If you're in your 20s or 30s in the US right now, you are being bombarded with stuff that feels normal subscriptions, upgrades, treat yourself that is quietly draining thousands of dollars a year. Today, we're going to hit 8 things that are a complete waste of your money in 2026 and what to do instead. And yes, one of them is something most smart people brag about, but the data shows it's almost always a losing bet. Let's go.
Here's what people get wrong about money leaks. They think, well, it's only $10 here, $30 there. That doesn't matter. But the most recent surveys show Americans are wasting serious money on small recurring costs, from subscriptions they don't use to daily coffees to overpaying for cars and trendy gear they barely touch. One study found that people with unused subscriptions alone are wasting hundreds of dollars a year without realizing it. Add in food delivery, impulse mobile shopping, and overfinance stuff, and now you're talking thousands. So as we go through these 8 things, I want you to keep asking yourself, where is my money silently leaking like this? What could this be worth if I invested it for 5-10 years instead? Stay with me until the end, because I'll give you a quick stop wasting money checklist you can screenshot and use as a filter before you spend.
Number 1, and this is a big one in the US right now, unused subscriptions and memberships, streaming services, gym memberships, apps, monthly boxes, software. Nationwide type analyses show people pay for subscriptions they barely touch, streaming services they rarely open, gym memberships they don't use, old apps still billing them every month. It doesn't feel like much. It's only $9.99, only $14.99. But once you stack a few of those, it's easy to bleed $50 to $150 every month on stuff that adds zero value to your life. Real example, 3 streaming services at $15 each. Gym you don't go to at $30. A couple of random app subscriptions at $5 to $10. You're quietly wasting $80 to $120 every month. That's $1,000 to $1,500 a year. Invested over 10 years at a reasonable return, that's potentially tens of thousands of dollars your future self never sees. Advanced move, once a quarter, pull your bank and card statements for the last 90 days. Highlight every recurring charge. Cancel everything you haven't used in the last 30 to 60 days. Keep only what you really use and love. Everything else is you donating money to companies for nothing. The next waste is the one people defend the hardest, especially if they love their daily routine.
Number 2, daily convenience purchases that quietly become a lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with coffee, takeout, or delivery. The problem is when they go from occasional treat to daily default. Financial education sites point out that a daily $4 to $6 coffee routine can easily cross $1,000 per year. Lunch out every workday? That can push another couple thousand a year versus packing something simple. Add in food delivery fees and tips, which exploded in the last few years, and suddenly normal middle-class people are spending hundreds a month on convenience without thinking about it. Real example, $6 coffee 5 days a week, about $120 a month. $15 extra for delivery versus cooking or pickup twice a week, around $120 a month. That's almost $250 a month, or $3,000 per year, just for convenience. The advanced move is not never treat yourself. It's decide how often you actually care. Maybe 2 to 3 coffees out per week, not 7. Make weekdays default to home coffee plus packed lunch, weekends flexible. Treat delivery as a planned treat, not a nightly reflex. If you reclaim even $150 a month here and invest it, that one change could be worth real money over the next decade. The next waste is in almost every American household, and it sits in your driveway.
Number 3, cars that cost way more than your life goals. Right now, car prices and interest rates have pushed a lot of people into long loans, 6, 7, even 8-year terms just to afford a nicer vehicle. Financial advisors point out that many middle-class Americans overspend by something like $10,000, $15,000 on their vehicle compared with what they actually need to drive. Here's why that's a huge waste. Cars are depreciating assets. They go down in value. Financing them over too long at high prices and interest turns a tool into a massive money sink. Real example? Jordan finances a $50,000 SUV over 7 years. Payment $800 plus per month. Alex buys a reliable used car for $25,000 or less with a $350 to $400 payment or pays mostly cash. Jordan feels successful. Alex feels boring, but Alex has $400 plus more every month to invest, pay down other debt, or build a buffer. Over 7 years, that's over $30,000 in freed up cash flow. Invest even part of that, and we're talking a 6-figure difference over the long term. Advanced move? Buy the cheapest, safest, reliable car that genuinely fits your life. Keep car payments low and terms reasonable, or buy used in cash when possible. Upgrade after your investments and savings are where you want them, not before. Now, let's hit an emotional one. Spending to look successful instead of actually becoming successful.
Number 4, status spending. Buying things to look rich instead of to live well. This shows up as designer brands when you're still in credit card debt, constant outfit turnover from big box and online retailers, keeping up with friends' vacations, gadgets, and nights out. Financial advisors say middle-income Americans often waste thousands a year on brand-name clothing, constant online orders, and lifestyle flexes that don't actually improve their long-term life. Again, nothing wrong with liking nice things. The waste happens when you buy more than you can pay off in full. You're using debt to keep up appearances. Your closet and house are full, but your investments are empty. Advanced move? Have a fun money category for clothes, gadgets, and experiences, but cap it. Ask before any big flex purchase. If Instagram didn't exist, would I still want this? Prioritize buying time and options over buying status. Wealthy people spend on assets first, status later, if at all. The next waste is sneaky because it sounds smart. Stores push it heavily, and most people don't run the math.
Number 5, extended warranties and protection plans you almost never use. You've seen this. At checkout, want to add 3-year protection for just $39.99? For phones, TVs, laptops, appliances, even furniture. Consumer advocates and money experts have been saying for years, in many cases, these extended warranties are heavily in the seller's favor. Low odds you'll use them, lots of fine print, and overlap with warranties or protections you already have. If you buy add-on protection for every device and gadget, you can easily waste hundreds of dollars over a few years on coverage you never claim. Real example. Jordan buys extended warranty on phone, laptop, TV, tablet, headphones, spends $300 to $600 in extra protection. Alex builds a small self-insurance fund, puts that same $300 to $600 into savings earmarked for tech replacements, and relies on manufacturer warranty and credit card protections. Most of the time, nothing big breaks in the extended warranty window. Jordan's money is gone. Alex's money is still there and growing. If you need an extended warranty on every purchase, what you really need is an emergency fund. Advanced move? Read what protection you already have via manufacturer warranty and credit card. Only consider extended coverage on very high-risk, high-cost items where failure would be catastrophic for your budget. Otherwise, self-insure by keeping a bit more in your emergency or sinking funds. The next waste is sitting in your closet, your spare room, maybe your garage, and it was probably bought with good intentions. Number 6, trendy gear you don't actually use, especially fitness equipment. This shows up as expensive home workout machines that quickly become clothes racks, trendy gadgets, kitchen devices, or hobby gear used twice and then forgotten. Personal finance writers regularly call out home fitness equipment and fad gadgets as one of the biggest categories of wasted money. Big upfront costs, low actual use. Real example? $1,500 home bike plus $40 per month subscription, used heavily for 2 months, then barely touched. That's not a health investment, that's a $2,000 plus decoration. The issue is not investing in your health or hobbies, that's great. The waste is buying expensive gear before you've built a consistent habit. Build the habit first, then buy the fancy gear. Advanced move? For any new habit, start as cheaply as possible. Bodyweight workouts, basic shoes, library books, free apps. After 3 to 6 consistent months, upgrade if you're still at it. Regularly audit your home. Anything you haven't used in a year is either clutter or cash you could recover by selling it. The next waste is in your phone, and it's not just social media. It's what social media makes you do with your money.
Number 7, impulse mobile shopping. Buying because you're bored, not because you decided. Financial guides warn about mindless mobile shopping, browsing apps while you're waiting in line, on the couch, or in bed, and tossing small purchases into your cart. You tell yourself, it's just $15, just $20. But if you do that a few times a week, that can easily become a few hundred a month in stuff you didn't plan to buy. Real example, scrolls for a quick look at night. Candles, decor, clothes, random gadgets, none of them are budgeted. They don't move your life meaningfully forward. If you saw it for the first time today and already need it, you probably don't. Advanced move? Delete shopping apps from your home screen. Log in from a browser only. Use a 24-hour rule. If it's not a true emergency, wait a day before buying. Keep a running list of wants and review once a month against your goals and budget. That one habit shift can claw back a surprising amount of cash.
The last waste is controversial because it's not one product. It's an entire way of living that quietly drains your future.
Number 8, financing a normal middle-class life instead of building a buffer. This isn't just one item. It's the pattern of using credit cards and buy now, pay later to smooth over every bump, taking personal loans for vacations or consumer purchases, running with no emergency fund so every surprise goes on debt. Recent surveys show that a large share of Americans still can't cover a $1,000 emergency from savings, and many rely on cards for unexpected expenses. That means flat tire on the card. Medical bill, payment plan. Appliance dies, BNPL. Now a normal life, not a luxury life, just normal, is quietly costing hundreds a month in interest and payments. If your life only works when nothing goes wrong, it's too fragile. Advanced move? Prioritize building at least a starter emergency fund, even $500 to $1,000 at first. Make financing rare, not your default. If you can't pay it off in 90 days, strongly question whether you should buy it. A boring buffer is one of the most powerful anti-waste tools you can build. Okay, we've gone through the leaks. Let's turn this into a simple checklist you can screenshot and use to stop wasting money this year.
Here's your quick stop wasting money playbook. Unused subscriptions. Audit every quarter. Cancel anything you haven't used in 30 to 60 days. Daily convenience splurges. Turn daily into sometimes. Reclaim $100, $200 a month from coffee, lunch out, and delivery. Overpriced, overfinanced cars. Drive what fits your goals, not your ego. Keep payments and loan length reasonable. Status spending and brand flexing? Buy for you, not for strangers. Cap flex spending and pay in full. Extended warranties and junk protection? Skip most add-ons. Self-insure with savings and check what's already covered. Trendy gear you don't use? Build the habit first, then buy the gear. Sell the stuff you haven't touched in a year. Impulse mobile shopping? 24-hour rule. No app purchases just because you're bored. Financing normal life? Build a buffer so surprises don't need a credit card. Use debt as a tool, not a lifestyle. If you screenshot one thing from this video, screenshot this checklist. Here's the big idea. You don't have to be perfect with money. You just have to stop pouring hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars a year into things that don't actually make your life meaningfully better. Same income, same job, same city. Two different futures. One version of you keeps leaking money into habits you barely think about. The other plugs those leaks and quietly redirects that cash into freedom, investments, options, and a life that doesn't depend on the next paycheck. The gap is not willpower. It's awareness and systems. So do this for me. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 8 wastes you're guilty of and which one you're going to kill first this month. And if you want help turning that saved money into actual wealth, hit subscribe. I'm Robert. Your money is either buying your future or someone else's. Let's stop wasting it and start building yours.